mechanical hammering and grinding sounds. Distant walls of metal sizzling and sparks flying. Sub-bass hum slowly fades in. Shit. Bass switch. Catalyst. Slow synth pulse building tension, dripping with metallic resonance. Autotonic resonance. Jogging bassline kicks in with rhythmic mechanical percussion. Lyrics. Warmer. Works. Copy. His steel and fire clash and grind. Molten bass ignites the mind. Iron beats and thunder rolls. Catalyst awakens souls. Percussion and metallic hits. Rhythmic clanks and machine-like hi-hats. Deep sub grinds with metallic overtones. Rising synth screeches and metallic FX. Catalyst. Ignite. Forge the sound. Snap rolls with increasing speed and intensity. Powerful goth bass drop with chugging rhythms and molten synths. Taste space, thick, growling with a molten distorted texture. Haunted kicks, sharp metallic snares and syncopated percussion. Bass forge activated. Layered synths, stabs and grinding FX throughout the drop. Ambient industrial breakdown with echoing hammer strikes and molten synth pads. Lyrics, copy. Is fire burns and steals embrace. Rhythms forge a savage place. Echoes ring through iron veins. Catalyst ignites the chains. Paths with metallic resonance and subtle glitch effects. Distant mechanical sounds ebb and flow. Harder, more aggressive variation of the first drop with additional layers and faster percussion. Bass grinds heavier with modulation. Drums intensify with double time hi-hats and complex fills. Force the bass. Catalyst unleash. Final bars done with full space and synth rises. Gradual fade of bass and percussion into mechanical echoes. Final robotic voice. Cooling down. Shut down. With the sound of sparks fading into silence. And metallic FX. Catalyst. ATCG blips mimic a heartbeat. Soft mechanical whirring, distant digital murmurs. Filtered pads swell with low end rumble. Biosignal locked, override initiators. Rapid kicks and distorted 808s with metallic snares. Bassline granular wobble modulating its stutters. Glitch textures fade in and out like biofeedback loops vocal. Evident biceps robot. VB next, copy edit, vital spike, I can't comply. Heartbeat 6 with single line, echo maps like coding mind. Override, redefined. Down rolls tighten, high pass filtered. ECG beeps, accelerate and glitch. White noise riser, shot vocal loop. Biorex signal, override. Cyber trap plus industrial bass explosion. Heavy 808s morph with bass grinds. Glitch like syncopated pulses like a corrupted EKG. Broken limb rhythm, syncopated claps. Circuit snaps, static crashes, heartbeat distortion. New glitch motif introduced with pitch bend pads. Drum stuttering once I'm briefly giving eerie pause. Fragmented wish and I am the system. BG's Q, copy edit. Synthetic balls, electric skin. Biocode corrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layers, sub-growl, high-end shriek. Distorted synth shaped like a shrill alarm. Glitch breakdown at 235 relating in stutters. Glitch textures fade in and out like biofeedback loops. Vocal, heavy novice. Gloppy edit, vital spike, I can't comply. Heartbeat syncs with signal lie. Echo maps my code in mind. Override, I'm redefined. Snare rolls tighten, high pass filtered. HTG beats accelerated glitch. White noise was accelerating glitch. White noise was a shot vocal loop. White noise was a testosterone bass explosion. Override complete. Identity. Ken. I'm Forge. Ends with single, flatline beep. Override, I'm redefined. Photo signal override. 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 Standards right, override. Fibers right, high conclusion. Ever beep, I glucked, diffusion. Override, override, override. Heavy 808s morph with bass grinds. Glitched lead syncopated pulses like a corrupted EKG. Broken limb rhythm syncopated claps. FX, circuit snaps, static crashes, heartbeat, distortion. New glitch motif introduced with pitch bend pass. Drum stuttering, one time briefing giving eerie pause. Voice meant intuition, I am the system. BG's QSA, crashes, heartbeat, distortion. New glitch motif introduced with pitch bend pass. Drum stuttering, one time briefing giving eerie pause. Broken rhythm syncopated claps. BG's QL, static crashes, heartbeat. Stopped motif introduced with pitch bend pads. Drum stuttering, one time briefly giving eerie pause. Voice entered wisdom, I am the system. HE's QL, growl high-end, shriek. Lady's QL, electric skin. Biocode corrupted from within. Override ones in my spine. Human no more, redefined. Layered sub-growl high-end shriek. HE's QL, aids into clean heartbeats. Last words from synthetic voice. Getting biocode corrupted from within. Override ones in my spine. Human no more, redefined. Layered sub-growl high-end shriek.
Soft shimmering syntopayas with watery reverb, gentle filtered white noise simulating waves of data.
Aerial reversed vocal sample.
Overload, stream, can't contain. Light pluck melodies fade in and out, setting a dreamy atmosphere.
Trap style hi-hats and soft kickstands with warm sub bass underpinning. Coupling copy edit floating deep inside the code. Where currents breaking data flows, lost within the neon haze, caught inside the overload maze. Background glitch taps and reverse synth washes. Upstick sparkling cascade alongside the beat. Rising synth sweep with increasing filter resonance. Vocal chops glitch and stutter, extreme overload. Snap logo tension. Basic drop for shirring, but distorted synth leads and wobbling sub-bass. Late synth detuned glitch, processed with pitch bends. Drum needle with kicks with crisp snares and rapid hi-hats. Overload activated. Mid-drop glitch trace and stutters, that texture ambient break with watery pads and soft vocal echoes. Lyrics here, calling copy edit, streams collapse and data fades. Waves of sound and shifting shades, caught beneath the neon tide. Lost where bits and dreams collide, that swell with subtle pitch modulation. Like glitch effects, like bubbles popping underwater. More intense creation of drop one with additional layered synths and more complex glitch rhythms. Coupling, keeping it floating deep inside the code. Where currents breaking data flows, lost within the neon haze. Coupling hi-hat rolls and syncopated snare fills.
Extreme overload, system crash.
Final 8 bars filled with filter opens and pitch bends. Elements gradually fade to filtered white noise and soft synths. Last vocal line, keeping it floating deep inside the code. With subtle revert tail.
sample warning. Core ignites, the system fails. Molten lead and bass impales. Crush the silence, break the line. Melt the cold, destroy the spine. Percussion, compressed blast kicks with sharp metallic hits. Leaves molten sense dripping with distortion and reverb. Rising noise, sweeps and pitch, bending sense. Melt, protocol, breach. Zeros intensify with glitch effects. Robotic counted 3 and 1s. Mechanical audio logs and crackling energy. Local sample. Recording nights for fails. Molten leading meltdowns. Golden neon mounts. Plotting protocol. Initiating melt. Molten golden neon nights. Systems feel the end is near. Feel the heat, the final fear. That's what your metallic hits and glitches. Gamer kicks, kicking with sharp snares and dark sim textures. Lyrics, Kino. Copy, edit, core ignites, the system fails. Molten lead and bass impales. Crush the silence, break the lie, and melt the cold, destroy the spine. Percussion, compressed blast kicks with sharp metallic hits. Leads, molten sense dripping with distortion and reverb. Rising noise, sweeps and pitch, bending sense. Vocal chops, loops and pitch, bending sense. Molten lead and bass, angel night. Both intensify with push effects. Robotic countdown, down. Freeze the horns. Explosive dubstep drop with heavy compressed kicks and molten lead. Space rolling, molten on foot, showing impulsion. Plunging to collapses, melting core burning light. Ashes fall in neon night. Systems fail, the end is near. Feel the heat, the final fear. That's with your metallic crescent. This is super clear. Molten drop with later lesson. Percussion, bass heavier and more distorted. Drums, double time, hi-hats and complex fills. Protocol breached, core meltdown. Final bars ramp up but filter sweeps and pitch bends. Elements fade into crackling fire and distorted static. Final robotic voice, core melt protocol. Shutdown complete. Ends with a sharp digital glitch and deep bass decay. Distant fractured synth echo shiver with reverb and delay. Whispered vocal effects, deep haunting, rift unstable, collapse imminent.
Sparse metallic percussion with distant clangs fade in. Dark step beat kicks in with heavy swan kick drums and punchy snares. Copy beated, shattered echoes in the dark. Bassline groans a broken spark. Rifts decay, the systems fall. Silent cries behind the wall. Bass deep, growling with pitch modulation and rhythmic gating. Drum swan kick tight snaring, ghostly hi-hats. Effects, glitters, and reversed synth hits. Mixing filtered noise and sharp snare rolls. Vocal chops loop, collapse.
Unforgettable, multiples intensifies tension. Metallic cold clicks speed up.
Dark step drop with crushing bass and fractured synth stabs. Bass heavy, growling with deep distortion and rhythmic modulation. Drum, powerful kicks, snappy snares and jittery hi-hats. Vocal tag, chopped and filtered. Adds basilic breakdown with eerie pads and distant echoing vocal fragments. Whispered period. As copy needed, fractured space, a fading light. Silent shadows steal the night. Echoes whisper, time dissolves. In the rift the darkness calls. Bats dark, evolving with heavy reverb and subtle modulation. Shimmering digital ruins. More intense drop with layered bass textures and faster percussion. Bass grows deeper with added growl and distortion. Upbeat hi-hat rolls and complex snare patterns. Collapse initiated, echo rift unleashed. Sense snaps come sharply through the mix with delay tails.
Elements fade into low rumbling bass and distant echoes. Final whispered vocal line, rift, collapse, solace. Ends with a soft digital crackle and deep sub-bass decay. melts into a low hum. Laser-like synth blips pulse slowly. Robotic voice whispers, entering spike zone, calibrating distortion imminent. Filter kick builds with gated reverb. Final rising sweep into
Bouncy bassline kicks simultaneously leads in choppy vocal cuts. Here is skew, copy in it, caught in the zone where the signals ignite. Bassline burns like a flash of light, locked in a loop, can't break away. Rhythms rise and skies decay, syncopated drums start to stack. Rising riser effects and reverb snares build intensity. Open just in deep tunes, kick full speed up, pre-drop vocal pitch dash and light. Locked it, affected, massive distorted bass drop with rhythmic modulation. Mainly sharp, dirty, saw wave low and subpulses. Percussions, percussions, percussions. This is the spike zone. Atmospheric break, dreamy passive voice effects, spirits, mathematica copy edit. I feel it crawling through my brain, a signal surge I can't contain. Reality bends, it's not the same. I ride the wave, I play the game. Delayed plus echoing, distant siren like effects in background. Harder, faster, more chaotic version of drop one. Additional glitch fills and stuttered vocal cuts. Like it, break it, drop it, so we ride the frequency zone. Beat slowly fade, final whisper zone, destabilize, disconnecting. Massive distorted bass drop with rhythmic modulate. Massive detected, rhythms, thighs, and started boxer. Wording frequencies, but detected. This is the spike zone. Backstrap and reps with rhythmic modulation. Mainly sharp, dirty, saw wave. Low end is the pulses, percussions, percussions, percussions. Spike detected. This is the spike zone. This is the spike zone. This is the spike zone.
Broken modem sounds, glitch, static, distant thunk. Slow ambient pad with rising digital noise. Robotic voice glitching in and out. System overload, memory sectors failing. Low bass pulse enters like a heartbeat swelling into glitchy textures and ambient layers give way to warped 808s and clicking hi-hats. Lyrics melodic, process sloppy. Through static skies, fragments of me left behind. Circus burning echo waves, data ghosts I can't erase. Travis large pattern with crunchy textures. Game beats, reverse snares, final crackle. Scented tunes, reverse snares, final crackle. Synth tunes, resonance rising. Glitch delay on vocal fragment. P. Countdown sample 1. Memory sectors filling. Memory gone, bass form. On memory throwing, movie throwing into memory is through. Memory gone, bass storm on. Melodic ambient section returns more emotional tone and rhythmic glitch hits. Copy edit. I can't recall the lines I wrote, just vacuum trees and frozen codes and feedback loops. I chase the spark like dead and fades into the dawn. Atmospheric pad with fluttering glitch pulses. A nano melody beneath corrupted textures. This is not a mess. That's a drama, pitch bang clouds and move towards its steps. Kicking hi-hats, lyrics, no blink or pattern. No torpedo with both regular synth steps. Triple kick pattern, but these force between alpha shit. Vocal crackle fills between bars. Music fragments like a broken hard drive. Sound stutter and slow down. The final vocal line fades. Memory, end of line. And the faint static and a distant fade sound pulse. Unleash. Electrical arcs crackling, rising sub-bass drone. System charge 97%. Engage. With reverse snaps into distorted kick stunners. Little intuition kicks in. Valiant at distorted kicks, growling bass line, jump vocals. Pass. Copy edits, worst burn the grid ignites. Voltage crushing flashing lights. Pulse explodes on time, no grace. Overload slam to the face. Trace it flies above a galloping rhythm. Some drop transition into a rapid build. Heavy saw leads rising in pitch. Stuttered effects. Hero load, overload. Kick forward slow rates. Graphic car and trumpets. Hostile drop with brutal kicks, crunches and screeches and layered vocals. Change the sound later, distorted bass punches with side chain pressure. Vocal tag. Spontaneity beats, everyone beat with machine gun kicks. Halfway through. Siren voltage snaps, digital crackles. The noise hero sync, and with a high vocal melody echoing deep and reverb. PG's QL. A beat is on the moment at the edge of sound where light broke down and rage unbound. They just pulse the flame, you scream like code, you jam my aim. Ultra reach rising by, leads back to drop. Same drop with extra layers, double time triplet fills and detuned leads. This is overload, this is the slam type. Audio glitch fills between phrases and finally burns all effects next to this entire climax energy. Watch you filter fade out, robotic voice slowing down. Overload, terminated. All distorted kick fades into static. Audio distorted kick fades into static.
Warm synth pads with evolving textures. Soft glitch effects flicker intermittently. Ambient vocal sample. Quantum surge, shifting streams. Subtle apparent melodies slowly fade in.
Gentle future bass drum patterns enter with smooth melodic synths.
Lyrics stringy introspective.
Lua copy edit, riding waves of shifting light. Particles in endless flight, flowing through the unseen lines. Quantum beats and fractured signs. Drums, soft kicks, crisp snares and smooth hi-hats. Bass deep, warms up with gentle modulation. This lush leads with slow filter sweeps. Rising glitchy textures and white noise sweeps. Vocal chops, stutter and loop, flux, surge, flux. Lift arpeggiators, increase speed and brightness. Future bass drop with smooth melodies disrupted by glitch bursts. Bass up with dynamic sidechain pumping drums, punching kicks, crisp snares and syncopated hi-hats. Glitch bursts punctuate melodic lines, adding unpredictability. Nuance quantum surge. Synth leads shimmer with pitch modulation and delay. Ambient breakdown with evolving paths and glitchy echoes. Lua copy edit particles in silent dance. Caught within the flux's trance. Time dissolves and bends anew. Color shift, the world's askew. That's swell with reverb and subtle phasing. Soft glitch effects float in the background. Morning tints drop with layered synths. Faster glitches and complex rhythms. Faster hi-hat rolls and intricate percussion fills. Flux surge, quantum overload. Final boss built with rising pitch bends. Filter opens and glitch stutters.
Elements fade into shimmer.
shimmering paths and soft glitch textures. Largely the phrase. Fading away, ends with the gentle digital chime and ambient reverb tail.
Fade static crackles, distant alarms, and a rising synth chord with the morning session loading up. Sound, analog paths with reverse echoes. Forgotten voice activated, learning sequence initialized. Pulsing hollow and bass, rumble begins. Bassline sinks in like a magnetic storm, breaching the firewall, laser snares, and gated vocals dance around the drop. Links copy in and through the breach, rewrite the spark. Fracture code ignites the dark, fracture code ignites the dark. Signal toward the lights collapse, you chase the flame, no turning back. A agitated lead synth intensifies, vocal chops glitch and repeat. Override, rift fire, initiate. Rising pitch automation with hard band effects. Massive drop, metallic bass stabs. Sidechain distortion drum fills with industrial grit. Every 8 bars, the cyber alarm screech cuts through. Calm, breakdown, echoes of synth melodies. Soft vocal, vocoder humming. Brutal copy edit, rewriting paths across the flame. In digital skies we carve our name. Heavier, more chaotic drop with double time snares layered with glitch bursts. Pitch shifted lead synth, call breach focus shouts. Winding down like a server shut down. The main synth echoes into silence, ending with a soft hum and a flicker. Final robotic voice. Protocol complete. Protocol complete. Protocol complete. Protocol complete. Protocol jumper chimmer, the magnetic storm, breaching the firewall, laser snares and gated vocals dance around the drop. X, copy edit through the breach, rewrite the spark. Fracture code ignites the dark, signal told ignites the dark. Signal told the lights collapse, we chase the flame, no turning back. Agitated lead synth intensifies, vocal chops glitch and repeat. Override, whip fire, initiate. Rising pitch automation with hard band effects. Metallic bass stabs, sidechain distortion. Drill those with industrial grit. Every 8 bars, the cyber alarm screech cuts through. Protocol complete. Calm breakdown, echoes of synth melody. Soft vocal vocoder humming. Lyrical copy edit, rewritten paths across the flame. In digital skies we carve our name. Heavier, more chaotic drop with double time snares layered with glitch bursts. It shifted lead synth, protocol breach focus shouts. Winding down like a server shut down. The main synth echoes into silence, ending with a soft hum and a flicker. Final robotic voice. Protocol complete. Protocol complete. Protocol complete. Protocol complete. Calm breakdown, echoes of synth melody. Soft vocal vocoder humming. Lyrical copy edit, rewriting paths across the flame. In digital skies we carve our name.
Static crackle, scanning noise, distant Morse code pulses. Frequencies compromised, signal integrity null. Deploy counter audio strike.
Lines corrupted, jammer set. F4 charge on F4 threadnet. Bass go to deep like going ops when the drop hits. Signal stops, clash in the cloud, break that gate. Reroute sound through a neural state. Sonar twisted, work with glide. Broadcast locked in hostile time. You're jammed, all comes down, brace for havoc. Initiate drop override. Industrial kick, snare, slam, beating bases, glitch, bursts. Eastern bass. Drop this jam like an EMP spike, pulse so raw it'll glitch your mic. Frequencies but a seismic wave, sound so dirty you can't be saved. Radar fried, decibels kill, baseline crush with tactical skills. Signal jam, SAQ, Navajo launches, audio brute. Oscillate heavy, wires crossed, every beat's a data loss. Firewall torch and a sonic attack, echo bounce keeps bringing it back. Deep core slam with a stealth effect, each note coded to disconnect. Static surge, rerun the file, drop this havoc in overload style. The archive moves, syncopated bass riffs, force what into caliber, system offline. I cannot reach now, feel the grind, slap that signal with raw decay, waveform crash in a viral array. This ain't noise, this is war. Bass detonation, your data core. Signal jams on static dust, it's havoc mode and trust is crushed. Signal jam complete. No survivors detected. Session terminated. Baseline enters deep, rhythmic and pulsing with groove. Lead synth, bright above its melody with slight chorus. On the door, on the 4K, snappy snares, hi-hats. And proud of us, leaps to take it, yes. Copy unit, neon lights and endless streams. Electric lights and retro dream. Pulsing winds and seas, core. Overload, 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 I want more. Synth flares stacking, increasing brightness and complexity. Drum fills, rise with steel and increasing intensity. Overload, 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 overload. Virtual bass drop with driving rhythm. Design evens with added variations of pitch modulation. Design evens with added distortion. Sludging pumping. Design evens with added distortion. Sludging pumping. Drum energetic with syncopated hi-hats and claps. Perfecting on sweet remedies and dancing minimal percussion. Turn off the drop with fullers and players and enhanced bass. Lead synth as melodic flourishes. Focus sweeps. Drum pattern intensifies with addition. Percussion and fills. Waves and bursts. Full synth wave, electro bass drop with driving rhythm. Lead synth, blinded burnt out bass drums with pitch, module load. I want load, I want more. Overload, overload. Synth waves, layers stack, get increasing brightness and complexity. Drum fills, rise, snare rolls and increasing tone and increasing intensity. Leave overload, overload, overload. Full synth wave, electro bass drop with driving rhythm. Baseline evens with pattern drop drums with pitch modulate. Baseline evens with added distortion, sludging pumping. Drum energetic with syncopated hi-hats and claps. Perfecting on stage with ambience and dancing minimal percussion. Evens with added distortion, gets with pitch modulate pumping. Energy pulls back to ambient synth. fuller synth layers and enhanced bass. As melodic flourishes and filter sweeps. Drum pattern intensifies with additional percussion and fills. Razor burst and motor flourishes and filters from mills. Razor burst and glitch echoes. Synths gradually fading to soft pads and ambient noise. Silent bass pulse fades out, closing vocal sample. Overload complete.
Like an engine idling in cyberspace.
Unauthorized access, signal integrity compromised.
Creeping glitch synth swells with distortion. Subtle ground bass begins to rise from the background. Snare build up with bit crush static. Lead synth flickers like broken firewall code. Robotic vocal, Trojan, 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 Trojan. And massive distorted bass drop, pretty breeze bass drags runs across the low end. K-sample and like infected heartbeat. Cells modulate wildly, like they're fighting control. Black circuit sparks, warning sirens, string glitches. Protocol collide, overwritten. Stripped down section with ambient glitch noise. Melody tries to re-stabilize with echo pad. Coded whisper, I am no longer under control. Creeping glitch synth swells with distortion. Bass pulses inside chain surges. Data blip percussion fills every 2 bars. As your hi-hat rolls, certain effects stay with machine gun snares. Vocal rising, system purging. Error, new bass pattern, jagged stabs, more rapid fire. High pitch glitch hits, slice between bass punches. Melody shrieks and more ambience filled practice. Final vocal line looped in distortion. Trojan active, Trojan active, Trojan active, Trojan. All drums vanish. Lo-fi ambient pad like corrupted memory. Fate ticking clock. Vocal glitch loops echo. And free melody tries to return, but cuts out again and again. No drums vanish. Bass drop. But clench your goodbye. One river tail, final sound, one subsystem click. Silence. I Hellblade. Dust drops, opponent silence. System click. Silence. Circuit spark. I will sound, but subsystem. One soft system click. Silence. Bass drop sound. Feed static. Robotic voice. Goodbye. Final sound. One soft system click. Silence. Bass slice between bass punches. It's a black sound chat. Movement fades crits. Sudden vocal line. Vocal writing. Binary rules. Voltage tries my code distorts the all day I die. Glitch trap beat under glitching stems. Bass violence. Bass pulses inside chain surges. Data blip percussion fills every 2 bars. As the hi-hat rolls, certain effects layer with no machine gun snares. Vocal rising, system purging. Error, vocal rising, system purging. Error, Trojan active, purging, active. Trojan active. Awful bass heartbeat, metallic reverb, sweeps like machinery starting up again. Synth blocks playing a hypnotic 4-note loop. Looping hi-hat pattern with reverse snare hits. Bridges pitch up unnaturally fast, then suddenly reset back down, simulating a time glitch. Robotic system anomaly detected, loop integrity failing. Moment of silence before the first drop. Main cyber base rift warped and bending like it's collapsing in on itself. Take a large ship with painless melody that chases itself half a beat late. At 1:30 a brief time freeze effect before resuming. Minimal percussion, focus on atmospheric pads. Panel white blocks, but each note gets immediately reversed. Low rumbling filter sweeping in the battles. Normal about it for the low starter bubble loop. Every sub-file test. Looping hi-hat pattern with reverse snare hits and bass sweep bass with a single distorted beat that cuts to silence. Detected through the dance. A moving hi-hat pattern with reverse snare hits. The spectrum anomaly detected. Robotic system anomaly detected. Robotic system anomaly detected. Robotic system anomaly. Robotic system anomaly detected. Robotic system anomaly detected. Robotic system anomaly detected. Robotic system anomaly detected. Road running and silence before the first drop. Main cyber base rift warped and bending like it's collapsing in on itself. Kick snare hits syncopated with groove stutters. Delayed melody that chases itself half a beat late. At 1:30 a brief time freeze effect before resuming. Minimal percussion focus on atmospheric pads. Soft piano-like blocks, but each note gets immediately reversed. Low rumbling filter sweep in the background. Low rumbling filter sweep in the background. Robotic filter sweep in the background. Robotic low rumbling filter sweep in the background. Low rumbling filter sweep in the background. Loop corrupted, prepare for collapse. Same bass groove, but now layered with aggressive reverb bursts. High-pitched glitch pop scatter like broken holograms. Scanner fills and rewind halfway through at 2:45. Sudden drop to a slow motion halftime feel. Heavy sub-focus. Global rooms of two sensors static. First single glitch burst and bass sweep ends with a single distorted beat that cuts to silence. Structure, different moves into rhythmic pulses, faint emergency sirens in the distance, pitch bent unnaturally, voice transmission crackle, warning signal breaching progress. Low rumbling subswells under a flickering arpeggio, a build-up one, move glitch pops, digital sweeps pan hard left and right like radar scans. Rising distortion layers stacking on top of each other. Cut-off moment, all sound drops except for a high-pitched data line. Intrusive glitch bass hits and sidechain compression sliding in time with a kick. Hi-hats cutting in rapid-fire bursts. Melody hidden on the bass distorted beyond recognition. Glitch bursts of white noise timed with bass impacts. Different drops to a heartbeat like bass thump. Robotic burr. You can't solve the signal. Laser like synth sweep slicing from the piston mix. Bass returns but more aggressive. Forever pretty much like the bars if the track opens before resuming. All the glitch tools that sound from the interference on overdrive. And in the drop with a hard cut into static. And then it fades into silence. Drove through last loud signals. Time bursts. When it goes out. Ends in thought surge. As the transmission was forcibly cut.
Shimmering synths with flickering neon glow effects. Pulsing bass slightly tapping like distant city lights.
Fault detected. Initiate
There's hi-hats and soft claps enter rally. Driving kick and snare pattern
Rising the budget synths with quick filter sweeps. Energy rises with pitch bent risers leading to the drop. Thick, punchy bass with sidechain pumping. Bright jump synth leads with sato rhythm. Percussion includes snappy claps and rolling hi-hats. Neon style effects, sweeps and laser zaps add texture. Shimmering reverb creating spaciousness. Vocal whisper trigger engaged. Becky bed faster soft hats and light shakers. Bassline deepens with active growl and distortion. This layer with complex rhythm patterns and harmonic chords. More energetic percussion with dripped with hi-hats and syncopated snares. Ends with a gradual fade out of synths and bass. Ambient synth pads slowly dissolve. Final whispered phrase, fall clear, neon restored. Ends with soft digital trips and echoes.
Dark synth drones layered with glitchy textures, subtle industrial noises and static crackles. Initiating revolve sequence, slow building bass, above. Rapid hi-hats and syncopated percussion enter rising embedded synths with pitch modulation, chop vocal snippets echo. Revolves, 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 revolves. Pause before the drop. Heavy distorted bass line with complex modulation, punching kicks, the snappy snares, driving the beats. Richy synth leads with sharpening stabs, layered glitch effects and living fills. Filter pads and ambient synths create space, robotic voice from raw to retro. Bright pitches, middle compression with echoing glitches. Intensified bass growls with more complex rhythms. Faster percussion rolls and layered synth patterns. Sharp synth leads weaving through the mix, ends with the glitchy bass fade out. Ambient glitch texture slowly dissolve. Final voice revolve sequence complete.
Electrical rocking sounds mixed with deep sub-bass hums. Mechanical synths pulse like reactor cores spin up.
Robotic command on activated.
Rising white noise sweeps build tension.
Fast bass, hi-hats, and glitch percussion layout.
Synth steps with quick pitch bends and distortion.
React, react, react.
Sudden cut to silence before the drop hits hard. Aggressive, distorted bass growls with heavy sidechain pumping. Crunchy kicking snare, driving forward like a charging mech. Sharp synth leads cutting through the chaos. Crystals between bars, sounding like data fragments exploding. Ambient traffic modulated filters create a brief moment of calm. They send metallic clangs and static bursts. Body whisper, reactor stable, but volatile. Even heavier bass layering with complex rhythm patterns. Rapid fire bridge percussion and distorted flow. Engine racing across stereo channels. Into the massive bass lamp fading into static crackle. Sensory detune and fade out like a reactor powering down.
Brand new mechanical heartbeat, ends on a soft digital shutdown. Down. Crackling electricity effects and sparking synth textures. Subtle atmospheric pads with rising pitch bends, capturing spark sound. Soft hi-hats build rhythm, build up one. Rapid snare rolls and syncopated percussion. Rising synthos with glitch and pitch modulation. Vocal samples with foot splits, build up one. Rapid snare rolls and syncopated percussion. 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 Powerful bass growls with sharp distortion. Punchy kicks
stabs and glitch effects punctuate the drop. Layered spark, like sound effects, add energy. Atmospheric pads and filtered bass tones. Whispered vocal bass, it's snappy snares drive the rhythm. Sharp synths, stabs and glitch effects punctuate the drop. Layered spark, like sound effects, add energy. Atmosphere rolls and syncopated percussion. Rising snare rolls and syncopated percussion. Rising snare rolls and syncopated percussion. Powerful bass growls with sharp distortion. Powerful bass growls with sharp distortion. Catchy kicks and snappy snares drive the rhythm. Sharp synths, stabs and glitch effects punctuate the drop. Layered spark, like sound effects, add energy. Atmospheric pads and filtered bass tones. Whispered vocal bass and snappy snares drive the rhythm. Sharp synths, stabs and glitch effects punctuate the drop. Layered spark, like sound effects, add energy. Fast hi-hat rolls and syncopated snares. Synth leads with pitch bends and distortion. Ends with the powerful bass hit fading into static. Fading glitch textures and spark sound effects. Uncleared. Zone cleared, ends on a low buzzing tone. Zone cleared, ends on a low buzzing tone. Zone cleared, ends on a low buzzing tone. Zone cleared, and spark sound.
Industrial syndromes mixed with distorting noise. Heavy sub-bass growls slowly build tension. Voice sound of already engaged rage core. Also buckle hits and glitch effects. Rapid hi-hats and snare rolls accelerate the pace. Rising synth notes with pitch bends and distortion. Rage core, rage core, rage core, rage core. Rushing bass with rubber drop direction and distortion. Kicks and razor sharp snares driving the rhythm. Harsh synth leads cut through the mix with intensity. Glitch effects and studded fills add chaos. Filtered synth pads and atmospheric effects. Long robotic voice rage unleashed. Minimal percussion with echoing glitches. Intensified bass growls and layered synth complexity. Fast-paced percussion rules and sharp snare sequences. Sharp distorted synth leads with aggressive modulation. Ends with a powerful bass slam fading into digital noise. Hitting glitch textures and fading synths. Rage core, rage core, rage core. Rage core, rage core. Rage core with rush effects. Rushing bass with aggressive modulation and distortion. Bucking kicks and razor sharp snares driving to the rhythm. Harsh syndrome mixed with intensity. Rage core, rage core, rage core with rush effects.
Static crackles, your digital connection noises. Passing synth bass gradually rising. Uplift established initiates sound. Uplift established initiates sound. Rolling hi-hats and snare build tension. Synth ups with pitch risers and build tension. Backtrack, backtrack, backtrack. Rolling hi-hats and snare build tension. The massive distorted bass growls slam with precision. Frenzy kicks and sharp snares drive the rhythm forward. Synth stabs and layered effects create chaos. Mid-drop glitch breaks punctuate the flow. Synth has a filtered bass undertones. Robotic voice whispers spectre bass undertones. Robotic voice whispers bass undertone. The bass growls intensify with added modulation and complexity. Faster percussion effects, faster percussion with triple hi-hats and low snare. Sharp synth leads slice through the mix with a strong bass hit fading into glitch static. Glitch effects and bass stand out. Modular beat and soft and static. Rolling hi-hats and snare build tension. Synth up with pitch risers and build tension. Backtrack, backtrack. sudden silence before the drop. Massive distorted bass clouds, the sounds of precision. Bungee kicks, sharp snares drive the rhythm forward. Synth layered effects create chaos. Drop glitch breaks punctuate the flow. The path with filtered bass undertones. Robotic voice whispers, that's right, the beat undertones. Robotic voice whispers, bass undertones. The bass growls intensify with added modulation and complexity. Percussion interplay, high-low and triple and hi-hats and low snare. Sharp synth leads slice through the mix. Ends with a strong bass hit fading into glitch static. Bass growls intensify with added modulation and complexity. Faster percussion with triple and hi-hats and low snare. Sharp synth leads slice through the mix. Ends with a strong bass hit. Fade, ends with the beat and the touch of the beat and soft static. Avoid slam complete. Ends with the digital beep and soft static. Upright slam complete and soft static. The blink established initiate slam.
Digital static burst, crackle and sparks. Twisted synth swells layered with kitschy vocal chops. Robotic alert. Prompt line breach detected. Slow pulsings on bass with intermittent clicks. Anticipated hi-hats molded with clipped percussions rising, stuttering synthos with big bends. Narrow layered with digital crackle. Sun and silence before the drop hits hard. Aggressive hollow bass with heavy distortion and modulation. Bungee kicks, sharp snares driving the rhythm. Stutter glitch effects cutting across stereo channels. Leads with harsh digital growls and sharp edges. Filtered bass fades replaced by eerie pads and reversed bridges. Soft robotic whispers, contraction and cooling. Minimal percussion with distant metallic hits. Slow pulsing under bass with interconnectable. Complex drum patterns with layered hi-hats and snare rolls. Shots and stabs and effects with building tension. Ends with on the bass cut and digital static burst. Mystic glitch echoes fade out. Soft heavy sits. Final void. Short. Ends with roar. Ends with a fake digital beat.
Soft, watery synth pads ripple like moonlit waves. Gentle, distant bass pulses with subtle reverb. Echo vocals, anthem wave incoming. Light field recordings of nighttime city ambience. Distant traffic, slow, deep drum hits layered with crisp, shimmering hi-hats. Ethereal synths with subtle modulation. Rising filter sweep introducing the main bass line. Slight delay, effects on percussion creating a spacious feel. Warm, deep bass line with smooth glide and slight distortion. Chill, melodic synths weaving through the mix like ghostly echoes. Soft, syncopated percussion supporting the flow without overpowering. Occasional vinyl crackle and glitch effects for texture. Nice swell with reverb creating an expensive sonic space. Robotic whisper ride the phantom wave. Memorable percussion with soft melodic motifs. Bassline evolves with added rhythmic variation and subtle distortion. Inflate with harmonic complexity. Percussion casual ends with a gradual fade made out of synths and bass. Ambient pads and soft bass pulses fade into the night. Final whispered phrase, phantom wave fade into the night. Phantom wave fade into the night. Creating a spacious feel. Synth packs ripple like moonlit waves.
Deep rumbling sub-bass simulating underground tectonic shifts. Distant glitch bursts and static cracks like fault lines snapping. Robotic alert voice system integrity compromise quake detected. Spars echoing synth stabs mimic seismic pulses. Layered kick drums gradually building intensity. Glitch percussion taps syncopated like aftershock tremors. Rising synth lasers with intermittent, crackling distortion effects. Break silence before the drop for maximum impact. Heavy wobbling bass with rhythmic pulsations mimicking seismic waves. Punchy kicks and snappy snares with filtered white noise sweeps. Lead synth with gritty distorted tone cutting through the mix. Bass drops sync with quake effects that shake the stereo field. Ambient pads with subtle glitch effects fade in. Soft metallic percussion layered with echoing bass bass hums. More aggressive bass growls with pitch modulation. Rapid fire glitch percussion and stirs synth leads. Dynamic fills and glitch breaks beyond key line. Trading billing in its static. Bass and percussion slowly fade, leaving distant glitch echoes. Rising synth initiated. Ends on a deep sub-bass note slowly descending into silence.
Loud mechanical hum like a server overheating. Faint ticking like malware counting down. Sent distorted Trojan horse made effects. Reverse symbol sweeps leading to the build. Suddenly glitch, I'm fighting a bitch. Metallic clicks like doors slamming shots in a firewall vault. Sharp vocal shot down. Like this wave of distortion. Science force before the drop the drop like the system holding its breath. Heavy galloping bass and imitating the mechanical blowers. Layered growl fits with distortion filters opening mid-drop. Kick a snare punch with slow and reverse a smash effect. Mid-drop bass over click silence before the rhythm returns harder. Ominous LFO bass sweeps. Like high-pitched glitches pan left and right. Vocal whisper, the rampage cannot be stopped. Even faster gallop rhythm adding syncopated triplet bass hits. High synth hit cutting through like sirens warning of total system collapse. Randomized distortion burst of mimic spreading infection. Bass and static crackle Trojan horse echoes in the distance. Final mechanical thud as if the network's heart stops.
Sound servo motors locking into place.
One hits like power relays charging up.
Shade and slam core protocol.
Metallic bass snaps pulse in sync with warning alarms. Rapid tom move with robotic delay effects. Layers of risers, one speed sense, one glitching and skipping. A concussion of this is a military style staircase.
sounding like the protocol. Recalibrating mid-combat. Low, growling bass sweep builds tension. Robotic voice whispers, fragmented command codes. Reversible swells merge into mechanical reload sounds. Quick forward bucklings, breakdowns keep the drop unpredictable. Bass punch that backs that hit like sonic explosions every 16 beats. Passion drops out, leaving filtered bass crowd fading away. AI's the risers, wood synth slim and reverberates into silence.
Pulsing bass heartbeat, metallic reverb sweeps like machinery, starting up again. With pitch shifts, distance in plugs, playing a hypnotic four-note loop. Looping hi-hat pattern with reverse snare hit, versus pitch up unnaturally fast to suddenly reset, back it down, simulating a time glitch. Anomaly detected, loop integrity failed. Moments of silence before the first drop. Pain, cyber bass riff, warped and bending like it's collapsing on itself. Key completed with glitch stutters. Delayed melody that chases itself half a beat late. Nothing got free. A brief time freeze of that. 24-minute quick crush and focus on atmosphere attacks. Soft metal light blocks with each rock is immediately reversed. Low, focus on sweeping the background. With the running forward, and overlaps. Again with pitch shifts, just as synth plugs playing a hypnotic four-note loop. Looping hi-hat pattern with reverse snare hits. Risers pitch up unnaturally fast and suddenly reset back down, simulating a time glitch. Robotic voiced it for the first drop, integrity failing. Moment of silence before the first drop. Main cyber bass riff warped and bending like it's collapsing in on itself, syncopated with glitch stutters. Delayed melody that chases itself half a beat late. At 1:30, a brief time freeze of fracturing. A brief time freeze of fracturing. Single bass riff now layered with the great every bass song keeps a beat with glitch stutters. Delayed melody that chases itself half a beat late. At 1:30, a brief time freeze of fast. Every melody that chases itself half a beat late. At 4, race of fast. 3:40, focus on the focus on effects. Good for it, bad, soft speech that pick immediately reversed. Plain melody that chases itself half a beat late. 1:30, a brief time freeze effect before racing. Minimal percussion focus on atmospheric paths. Soft piano-like blocks, but each note gets immediately reversed. Low rumbling filter sweep in the background, but corrupted, prepare for collapse. Sanity's proof, but now layered with the rapid reverb burst. Robotic beat, the column off, better like broken holograms. Snare fills and rewind halfway through at 2 foot. To a student's drop to a slow motion half-time feel heavy sub-focus. Looping synth bass, isn't static. Final glitch burst and bass sweep. Evident bass sweep, and with a distorted beat that cuts to silence.
Static hiss slowly morphs into rhythmic pulses. Faint emergency sirens in the distance, pitch bent unnaturally. Voice transmission crackle, warning, signal breach in progress. Low rumbling subswells under a flickering arpeggio. Snare rolls interlaced with glitch pops. Digital sweeps pan hard left and right like radar scans. Rising distortion layers stacking on top of each other. A moment all sound drops except for high-pitched data line. Explosive glitch bass hits with sidechain compression. Slamming in time with a kick. Hi-hats coming in rapid-fire bursts. Melody hidden under the bass, distorted beyond recognition. What bursts of white noise timed with bass impacts. Everything drops to a heartbeat like bass thump. Robotic whisper, you can't stop the signal. Laser license sweep slicing through the mix. Main bass returns but more aggressive, layered with granular distortion. Short pauses mid-bars if the track buffers before resuming. Chaotic glitch fills that sound like radio interference on overdrive. Ending the drop with a hard cut into static. Static fades into silence, interrupting unwanted by one last flag note burst that echoes out. Ends on a clipped bass note, as if transmission was forcibly
Pulsing synth pads with flickering neon glow effects. Pulsing bass lightly tapping like distant city lights.
Fault detected. Initiating trigger.
Crisp hi-hats and soft claps enter gradually. Driving kick and snare pattern building momentum. Rising in the prices with quick filter sweeps. It rises with pitch and risers leading to the drop. Thick, punching bass with side chain pumping. Bright jumps and leads with staccato rhythm. Percussion includes snappy claps and rolling hi-hats. Neon style with their sweeps and laser stops and texture. As well with shimmering reverb, creating spaciousness. Vocal engaged, prickle engaged, prickle engaged. Bassline deepens with added growl and distortion. Bassline deepens with added growl and distortion. Bassline deepens with added growl and distortion. Fills layer with complex rhythm patterns and harmonic chords. More energetic percussion with triplet hi-hats and syncopated snares. Ends with curl interval fade out of synths and bass. Ambient synth has slowly dissolved like a whispered phrase. All cleared, neon restored. Ends with soft digital jumps and echoes. Rising up prices with quick filter sweeps. 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 Energy rises with pitch, big risers leading to the drop. Punchy bass with side chain pumping. Light jumps and fleets with staccato rhythm. Percussion includes snappy claps and rolling hi-hats. Neon style effect sweeps and laser stops on texture. That's well with shimmering reverb, creating spaciousness. Vocal liquid edged.
Dark synchrones layered with cringy textures. Subtle industrial noises and static crackles. Instrumental bass revolt. Bell building bass rumble. Rapid hi-hats and syncopated percussion enter. Rising of bending synths with pitch modulation. Sharp vocal snippets, echo, revolt. Sudden pause before the drop. Heavy the distorted bass line with complex modulation. Plunging kicks and snappy snares driving the beat. Glitchy synth leads with sharp rhythmic stabs. Layered glitch effects and rhythmic fills. Filtered patterns and ambient synths create space. We will get it place and bass grace. Minimal percussion with echoing glitches. Intensified bass crowds with more complex rhythms. Faster percussion rolls and layered synth patterns. Short synth leaves weaving through the mix. Ends with the glitchy bass fade out. Ambient glitch texture slowly dissolve. Final voice revolt sequence complete. Ends on a low digital pulse.
Electrical breaking sounds mixed with deep and bass tones. Like chemical synth pulse, like theatrical spinning up. Rising almost sweet build tension. Fast bass, hi-hats and glitch percussion. Fifth staffs with quick pitch bends, distortion. Quick, fast, reacts. Sudden comes to silence before the drop is hard. Crackers in a bass cross with heavy surging pumping. Crunchy jerk and snare driving forward like a charging man. Sharp synth leads cutting through the chaos. Crystals between bars sounding like data fragments exploding. Ambient paths with modulated filters create a brief moment of calm. Distant metallic clangs and static bursts. Robotic whisper, render stable but volatile. Even heavier bass layering with complex rhythm patterns. Rapid fire, glitch percussion and distorted throat shouts. Symptoms racing across stereo channels as we rapid bass flare fade into static crackle. That bass don't leave its unit fade out like a reactor powering down. Final giant beat ends in a soft digital shutdown.
Electricity affects its walking
synth texture. Subtle atmospheric pads with rising pitch bends. Entering spark zone, soft hi-hats build rhythm. Epic snare rolls and syncopated percussion.
Rising symptoms with glitch and pitch modulation. Sudden silence before the drop. Powerful bass growls with sharp distortion. Punchy kicks and snappy snares drive the rhythm. Sharps and stabs and glitch effects punctuate the drop. Layered spark, like sound effects and energy. Atmospheric pads and filtered bass tones. Whispered vocals, spark zone active. Minimal percussion with glitch echoes. Intensified bass patterns with complex rhythms. Fast hi-hat rolls and syncopated snares. Synth leads with pitch bends and distortion. Ends with the powerful bass hit feeding into static, aiding glitch textures and spark sound. A final blurred. Zone cleared. Ends on a low buzzing tone.
Powerful bass growls with sharp distortion. Edgy kicks and snappy snares drive the rhythm.
Powerful bass growls with sharp distortion. Edgy kicks and snappy snares drive the rhythm.
Sharps and
Stabs and glitch effects punctuate the drop. Layer spark, like sound effects add energy. Atmospheric pads and filter bass tones. Whisper vocals, spark zone active. Minimal percussion with glitch echoes. Intensified bass patterns with complex rhythms. Fast hi-hat rolls and syncopated snares. Synth leads with pitch bends and distortion. Ends with the powerful bass hit fading into static, aiding glitch textures and spark sound. A final cleared. Subtle low buzzing tone. End of the low buzzing tone.
drums with distorted noise. Heavy sub-bass growls slowly build tension. Rage chord, source buzzer hits and rapid hi-hats and snare rolls accelerate the pace. Rising symptoms with pitch bends and distortion. Rage core, rage core, rage core. Rage core, crushing bass with aggressive modulation and distortion. Unsuspected bass and sharp snares driving the rhythm. Harsh simply cut through this intensity. Glitch effects and stunning fills add chaos. Filters, synth pads, and atmospheric effects combine voice and major relief. Minimal percussion with echoing glitches. Intensified bass across the layers into complexity. Fast-paced percussion rolls and sharp steps. This stock distorted syncope with aggressive modulation. Ends with a powerful bass slam, fading into digital noise. Indian glitch textures and fading synths. Rage core, rage core, rage core. Rage core, rage core, rage core, rage core, rage core. Crushing bass with aggressive modulation and distortion. Punchy kicks and razor sharp snares driving the rhythm. Harsh synth leads cut through the mix with intensity. Glitch effects and stunted fills add chaos. Add chaos. Filtered synth pads and atmospheric effects. Robotic effects. Synth over engaged rage unleashed. Minimal percussion with echoing glitches. Intensified
digital connection noises.
Pulsing synth bass gradually rising. Bubble up established, initiate slam. Up established, taps, set the pace. Building hi-hats and snare build tension. Synth-ups with pitch verse and pitch. Rolling hi-hats and snare build tension. Synth-ups with pitch verse and pitch. Growl slam with precision. Buggy kicks and sharp snares drive the rhythm forward. Clips and stabs and layered effects create chaos. Mid drops and layered effects create chaos. Mid drop glitch breaks punctuate the flow. Breakdown. Ambient synths with filtered bass undertones. Robotic voice whispers initiated. Percussion and glitch echoes. Bass growls intensify with added modulation and complexity. Faster percussion with triple and hi-hats and rolling snare. Sharp synth lead slice through the mix. Ends with a strong bass hit fading into glitch static. Glitch fakes and bass fade out gradually. A blink slam completes. Ends with digital beat and soft static. Established, initiate slam. Up established, taps, set the pace. Building hi-hats and snare build tension. Synth drops with pitch verse and pitch, fatter tones. Blends and stabs and layered effects create chaos. Ambient synth pads with filtered bass undertones. Backtrack. Slam with precision. Edgy kicks and sharp snares drive the rhythm forward. Blitz and stabs and layered effects create chaos. Mid drops and layered effects create chaos. Ambient synth pads with filtered bass undertones. Robotic voice whispers initiated. Percussion and glitch echoes with the backtracks initiated. Spark percussion and glitch echoes. Bass growls intensify with added modulation and complexity. Faster percussion with triple and hi-hats and rolling snare. Sharp synth lead slice through the mix. Ends with a strong bass hit fading into glitch static. Glitch, X and bass fade out gradually. A blink slam complete. Ends with a digital beep. Sharp digital static burst, crackling like stars. Twisting synth swells layered with glitch and vocal chops. So loud and alert, drop like bridge detected. Pulsing sub-bass with intermittent clicks. Cycle embedded hi-hats rolling with glitch percussion. Rising, stuttering synth with pivots. Snare rolls layered with digital crackle. Sudden silence before the drop hits hard. Aggressive wobbling bass with heavy distortion and modulation. Punching kicks and sharp snares driving the rhythm. Stutter glitch effects cutting across stereo channels. Lead steps with hot digital growls and sharp edges. Filtered bass fades replaced by eerie pads and reverse glitches. Robotic whispers, inflection escalating. Minimal percussion with distant metallic hits. Slow, doesn't work chaotic with bass lines with unpredictable bib. Complex drum patterns with layered with glitch percussion.
Soft worries and pads rippling moonlit waves. Gentle distant bass pulses with subtle reverb. Echoed vocal coming. Light field recordings of nighttime city ambience. Distant traffic soft hum. Drum hits layering with crisp shimmering hi-hats. Ethereal sets with subtle modulation. Rising filters sweet introducing the main bassline. Slight delay effects on percussion creating a spacious view. One deep bassline with smooth glide and slight distortion. Chill melodic synths weaving through the mix like ghostly echoes. Soft syncopated percussion massive sonic space. Robotic whisper, ride the phantom wave. Minimal percussion with soft melodic motifs. Bassline evolves with added rhythmic variation and subtle distortion. Synth layers built gently, adding harmonic complexity. Percussion, a gradual fade out of synths and bass. Ambient pads and soft bass pulses fading to the night. Final whispered phrase, phantom wave fading. Fading.
Deep rumbling sub-bass simulating underground tectonic shifts. Distant glitch bursts static cracks like fault lines snapping. Robotic alert voice, system integrity compromise quite detected. Sparks echoing synth stabs mimic seismic pulses. Layered kick drums gradually building intensity. Percussion taps syncopated like aftershock tremors. Rising synth lasers with intermittent crackling distortion effects. Break silence before the drop from maximum impact. Heavy launching bass with rhythmic pulsations mimicking seismic waves. Punchy kicks and snappy snares with filtered white noise sweeps. Gritty, distorted tone cutting through the mix. Bass drops, tingles, quake effects that shape the stereo field. Ambient pads with subtle glitch effects fade in. Soft metallic percussion layered with echoing bass hums. More aggressive bass drops with pitch modulation. Bass growls with pitch modulation. Rapid fire clicks, percussion and stuttered synth leads. Feel silence. Conflict descendless. Feel silence. Bass silence before the drop for maximum impact.
Fake ticking, but now we're counting down.
Distinct, distorted force and effects. Reversible sweeps lead to the build. Scattering glitch out of sky. It bangs metallic heads like doors I've been shot in a firewall vault. Rampage initiated, echoing with distortion. Heavy galloping bass pattern imitating a mechanical warhorse. Layered clouds with distortion filters opening mid-drop. Like a snap was slow and resembles mass effects. Each up is filled with glitch starters before the rhythm returns harder. Slow, ominous LFO bass sweeps. Notice like compass creatures being left and right. Whisper the rampage.
cannot be stopped. Even faster deliberate the maze, secret page of the bass hits. I simply guide through a transforming the soil system collapse, down collapse. Raise fades in this time crackle, children was the echoes in the distance. Rise fades in this time crackle, children was the echoes in the distance. Vital mechanicals, loving a bitch. Not in a fight for all. Locked those slamming shot in a long, but that's if the network's heart stops. Delicate bass pattern, imitating a mechanical war horse. Layer process with distortion filters opening mid-drop. Kick and snare punch with low range reverb for smash effect. Mid-drop bass, fill with bass to fill the rhythm and turns harder if the LFO bass sleeps. Thomas is follow through bass rates, LFO bass rates, no power bass rates, never returns harder. Even faster gallop rhythm. And he's syncopating to the bass hits. Cause I simply cutting through a silent point, holding a turbo system collapse. Random hearts gonna gallop rhythm. And he's syncopating to the bass hits. I simply cutting through a silent point, holding the turbo system collapse. Bass fades into static crackle. Something hallucinate echoes in the distance. Final mechanical thud as if the network's heart stops.